Hello everybody, welcome back to JuJu's Journey. In today's video, we're going to be stuffing $480 into all of my cash envelopes. I have everything categorized in my binders, and I use a zero-based budget, meaning that I have a fixed income of $3,000 a month. I stuff on a weekly basis, but I go ahead and get all of my denominations out that I need for the whole month. I stuff weekly. I spend every single dollar. I give it a job to do before it hits my checking account. So this is how I do it. Come along and let's get started. And by the way, if you're new here, I'm a 58-year-old widow. I've been a widow now for 1 year and 5 months, the hardest time of my whole entire life. So I started this journey January 2025 doing this cash envelope stuffing method, and I absolutely love it. I wish that I had started when my husband and I first got married, but I was very scared. He died December 2024, and I was just petrified that I was on my own for the first time in my whole entire life. And you know, I started this journey at the age of, 56? And now I just turned 58 last month. And I feel a little bit better. I'm 1 year in, and I don't feel as panicked as I did in the very beginning. But I'm still scared. But this journey has given me financial peace and security. Anyway, come along and I'll show you how I do it. It's not hard. Anybody can do it. So this is my cash wallet that I keep in my pocketbook. I try to use cash throughout the week. I try not to use my debit card. So let's go ahead and unstuff. What I do is with my leftover money, I pull it, and then I use that at the very end of my cash stuffing to stuff savings challenges. And that also makes me try not to spend all of the money that I have in my cash wallet. This weekend, I went to the beach with my daughter. So I did end up using my debit card. But I'm not even going to pull that money from any of my binders, because when I received a small tax income rebate for my taxes this year, I didn't do anything with that money. It's just sitting in my checking account, kind of like a buffer. And I'm going to just say, okay, you treated yourself this weekend with your tax income check. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not pulling from my envelopes because I didn't spend that much. But anyway, here we go. These are the receipts that I used or accumulated this week. I'm going to scan those into my Fetch rewards. And if you are unfamiliar with cash rewards or Fetch rewards, I'm going to leave a link in my description, and you can go to the app from my link and sign up, browse around, and if you scan a receipt in, you get 250 points, and then I do too for referring you. So it's a win-win. And then you can take all those points from scanning your receipts, and when they accumulate large enough, you can cash them in or trade them in on gift cards. I traded my points in for a $50 Amazon card, and that was very helpful. So all you do is just scan in your receipts. You've already spent the money, so why not let it work for you double time, right? So let's get started. Let's stuff my wallet. JuJu, that's me. I give myself $50 a week allowance to spend any way I want. No questions asked. You know, if I want to buy my grandchild a little Cersei, I've got 5 of them. Or if I want to get myself something, I have $50. I usually don't spend that too much. $50 allowance each week for groceries. Dining out, I give myself $30 a week allowance for dining out. My daughter and I usually go out to eat once a week. Lunch, $20 for lunch. Each of my daughters, 2 of them, we put in $20 a week, and do lunch together every day. We usually make our own lunch, so it's not that expensive. Miscellaneous gets 10. That's just in case I spend, let's say, $35 on dining out. I can come and use the $10 for miscellaneous. Or if I spend too much at the grocery store, I can use miscellaneous. And giving is going to receive 5. I did use all of my giving money. This is the only envelope I do not pull cash from, but I used that this weekend on tip money, so that's fine. And then let's just get our change. I did roll my coins last week, and I think I ended up with over $75. Maybe even more than that. I need to go count it. But when I go to the bank, I'm definitely going to deposit it. I think I'm going to make a category in my Ally savings account for my coins. That's what I think I'm going to do. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And I think it would be fun to see what my money can do with the coins that I saved. Don't you think that would be fun? Because I do have goals. Okay, the most important binder is this one right here. This is the one that gives me the most anxiety. My house insurance. It gets $50 a week, and I need to save up $3,600. I pay it once a month. It's due next February. And at the rate I'm going, it's not going to be nearly close enough. But I'm going to try to get these little boogers fully funded. So we've got $500, $600, and $50 sitting in my Ally savings account, earning like 3-point-something% interest. I'll put that link in my I'll put that link as well in my description. And these are placeholders. I don't hold on to the cash. I'd rather it be sitting in the bank making money. So we've got $650, $7, $750, $8, $859, $950, $1,000, $50, $60. So we've saved up $1,060. That's actually pretty good. Car insurance is going to get $40. So let's go ahead and pull $40 and see what we're supposed to be. We should have $760. So we've got 100, 200, 300, 450, 450 in the bank. 450, 470, 490, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 20, 40, 60. So we have $760 saved to go towards my car insurance. Both of these bills are due next February 2027. And I need $2,400 saved to fully fund this envelope. So next we're going to do house taxes, and that's going to receive $25. And let's see, that should bring us up to $760. Now that should bring us up to $775. $775. Let's put the 20 where the 20 goes. Let's see if we got this right. $775. I went ahead and did my budget sheets before I got started. So 100, 200, 300, 2, 4, 6, 8, 400, 2, 4, 6, 8, 500, 2, 4, 6, 8, 600, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Is that 700? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and $75. Phew, so we've got $775, and I need to be fully funded $1,200. Next, car taxes. They're due next March 2027. So it's going to receive a 20, and that should bring us up to $380. So we've got 100, 200 in savings. 2, 4, 6, 8, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. $380. Okay, and let me tell you, I'm going to go ahead and pause where we are right now. These 4 categories scare me to death. Like, this is so scary because that's so much money that I've got to make sure that I have, you know? So what I'm going to do is, if y'all are familiar with Dave Ramsey, he does the snowball effect to pay off debt. I am very fortunate that I am debt-free, but I'm 58. I should be debt-free. I did pay off my house in December, and my car is paid for, so I'd have no credit cards, so I'm debt-free. But these are my biggest debts. So I'm going to use the snowball method and pay these off. So what I'm planning on doing is adding that when this becomes fully funded, and I'm going to try to make this one fully funded first. I'm going to then take that $20 and apply it to my house taxes. And so therefore I'll have $45 going here each week. And then when this one's fully funded, I'll take that $45, add it to the $40. So that'll be $85 going to this one each week. And then when this one becomes fully funded, I'll take that $85 and match it with that $50. And that will be $135 going to this each week. And then hopefully using the snowball method, I can hurry up and get these fully funded. And I'm going to use the money that we save in our savings challenges to help get this process moving. You know, that's my goal. So Pets and Vet, they get $20 a week right now. And we should have $200 saved. Good deal. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. And whenever I condense, I'm going to get some of this money moved over. I don't like keeping this much cash just because I do put it in the safe, but just because it could be making money, and it's not making money sitting here. Emergency gets $5. Should bring us up to 95. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, and $95. I'll do that next week when this turns into 100. That way I can put a $100 placeholder in these envelopes. Savings is going to receive 5. I know that seems like such a little number. Maybe I can add more once I get those big things fully funded. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, and $95. Whew, $95 for savings. One more week, guys. One more week and we'll have 100. Medical, same difference. We're going to get 5. And that should put us at 95. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, and $95. $95. It'll be exciting having placeholders next week, you know. Car maintenance is going to receive $5, which should put us at $50. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. $55. I did have to use 25 this year. House maintenance is going to receive 5. And this is not for major house maintenance. This is just for minors. I really want to paint my walls, but I'm saving up for it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, and $95. $95. Month ahead is going to receive 5. And that should put us at $55. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and $55. My electric bill kept me from stuffing that for 2 months. And now it's going to start really heating up here, so I bet it's going to keep me again. It's coming up shortly in a couple of months. I'm not going to stuff Tax Prep or Amazon Prime. Okay, so next we're going to use this binder. And 5th week, I didn't realize that I didn't realize May was a 5-weeker. I didn't have any money saved for that, but I think I have some money in overage that I can use. But I'm going to start in June saving for the 5th week. The next one is August. And the only thing I'm going to save for is stuffing my cash wallet that I carry in my purse. Because I'm setting my budget just on a 4-week budget, if that makes sense. Okay. So vacation is going to receive 20. And I didn't use this money this weekend. My daughter treated me. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, and 190. It says we should have 170. Let me do that again. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170. You know why? Because this little bird's turned around. 190. See? Trackers mean everything, guys. Trackers mean everything. So $190. Entertainment is going to receive $5. Entertainment for me is going to the movies, maybe having a drink with a friend. Who knows? I haven't used it this year, so I don't know. I haven't spent any entertainment money. 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, and $95. We've had a busy year. I did go to the beach with my aunt. That was our Christmas gift to each other. But that was paid for with last year's money. Adventure's going to receive 10. Adventure is like somebody says, let's go visit this town and see what we can get into, or let's go yard selling. Like an adventure, something you do that's kind of off the beaten path. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 150? Is that right? Yep. Just let it accumulate. Okay, special gift is going to receive 5. No, special gift receives 10. This is for my daughter. I'm saving up to buy her, or help buy a necklace with her dad's thumbprint. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. $90. Personal care is going to receive 5. This is for shampoo, conditioner, which I started using that Amish soap on my hair, and I think that's all I'm ever going to use. I love it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, $95. I do need to get some toothpaste. And I think I'm good for everything else. I do buy in bulk at Sam's, so that's why I don't have to use that too often. Wish list is going to receive 5. And I don't know what I'm wishing for. Last year I saved up and bought a computer. So we got 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, and $85. I was able to do a little bit more last year because I started out with more money in the bank. Right now I am 1 month ahead. And I have a cushion, a little cushion besides that 1 month ahead in the bank. But I try not to spend anything but cash. So clothes is going to receive 5. That should bring us to 55. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55. And I hardly ever buy clothes. So there's that. Lawn and Garden is going to receive 5. I don't see myself spending this money because I'm not doing anything in my yard. I'm still not there yet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55. I do not care. I'm still grieving. It's really bad, y'all. It's really bad. But I'm going to get through it. I really could care less, if you want to know the truth, if I ever plant another flower. But I'm sure that's how a lot of people feel when they're grieving. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and $55 in gifts. My best friend's birthday's in 1 week, so I will be pulling that money to buy her a gift. Easter, nothing. Thanksgiving, best envelopes I ever made were these envelopes for holidays. It's going to receive 5. Should bring us up to 55. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and $55. You know why? Because last year I didn't do it. And whenever it was time to buy Thanksgiving food, it was horrible. I was like, I did not budget for that. And it's expensive. Now that I'm single, you know, a widower, my children, we do all pitch in and buy food together. But that still turned out to be like $85 a person. Christmas is going to get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55. So it looks like this headache is not going to be there because I've already pre-planned. I already spent my money on it, and I'm not stuffing Christmas Child yet, nor fire department, or monthly giving. So there's that. And next, my favorite binder of all are my children and my grandchildren. I have 5 grands, and I have 5 children, and then all 5 of my kids have spouses. So that's 15 of us. But what I do is I stuff $5 a week for my grandchildren, and then $5 a week for my children and their spouses, you know. And I give each of my grandchildren $100 for Christmas. I spend that much on them. And $100 on their birthday. That's all I can budget. And So far, so good. They seem happy with that. They're little, so it goes a long way. And then my children are older, so that, of course, they understand. So what I do with the kids, my children, I spend $100 on the girls for a birthday, $100 for Christmas. And then on the boys, I do $50 for boys for Christmas and $50 for birthdays. And so far, everybody has seemed very happy. And I normally go out and get their birthday. I buy the birthday cake too, but not with their birthday money. So my thing is supplying the birthday cake and a gift. And that's what my role's been since my husband passed away. So all of our envelopes are stuffed. Now the fun part, we're going to take all the money we did not spend this week and add it to our savings challenge. This is a process. This makes saving fun because, you know, it just makes it fun. So we have two $1 bills for the dollar savings, $60 if I fill up this whole sheet. So let's go ahead and mark off $2. 1, 2. I ordered the savings challenge kit or whatever you call it from Amazon probably last January, to be honest. And you can take rubbing alcohol in a cloth and just clean it off and reuse it over and over again. So this year, since 2026, I've already filled this card up 3 times. I'm working on my 4th time. From here on out, all of the money that I save is going to fund those things that will creep up on me, like my house insurance and things like those 4 categories that give me anxiety. I'm going to get those fully funded, hopefully by saving money, by not spending during the week, you know. And then this one is just the rest of the cash I don't spend, and it's in $5 increments. And so I've already filled this sheet up twice. So I've already saved up $600 on this sheet. And what I did have a vacation. My daughter got married. So I did have to put that money towards getting those things funded. But now my focus is going to be, I think, solely on fully funding those high priority things that keep me up at night, making me worry. Take that off the table so I don't have to stress about it. Once those bills I know are going to be paid, then I'm fine. I'm fine. So let's go 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, $105. Yay, that's $107 I did not spend this week. I did. I spent it at the beach, but I'm using tax money, remember? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, $105. So we're good to go, guys. This ought to keep me trying to save for this coming week, huh? I should try not to spend very, very, very little money. You think I can do it? Sure you can. Sure you can. It would really be awesome to go into June already, having these completed, but I don't know if we can do that. It might be mid-June, but I'm still going to keep stuffing. I'm going to keep on stuffing. And that is it, guys. I'm done. Now, when I get off here, I'm going to scan my receipts. And I've had a great weekend. I plan on doing the video. It's probably maybe this afternoon. I don't know. To go out tomorrow to give you an update. Life has been crazy. Not in a good way. Kind of in an emotional way. but I survived. And life it keeps going on, guys. It keeps going on. It does not stop for you. So you better live the best of it. Make it your best life yet. I did manage to sell like 5 items last week on eBay. One item was like a $45 item, but the rest of them were little smalls. They weren't that great. And I woke up this morning and I saw these cute little salt and pepper shakers. Are they cute? And I'm going to get these packaged and shipped today. Are they cute? I thought these would be cute for the 4th of July. They even have their stoppers. Cute little basket to set them in. Isn't that adorable? I love it. Anyway, y'all have a great day. Please, oh my gosh, I've got to tell y'all, thank you so much. I am now at like 81 subscribers. I didn't expect that. I did not expect that. I know I asked for it and I begged for it. But I'm so grateful. So grateful. You know, my next goal, of course, is 100 subscribers. But, you know, I was at 78 and I was like, I just want 80 subscribers. And 2 of y'all decided to subscribe and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the 80. I'm sure all 80 are not out there still watching. But thank you. And please give me a thumbs up. And please leave me a message. Anyway, this is fun for me. And it's also very therapeutic for my grieving. So every little thumbs up helps. Okay, guys? And every subscription helps with all of that. But anyway, y'all have a great week. God bless you. God keep you. And I'll see you next week. Bye.